Welcome back everyone, I'm Jewel and today we're in the Giants editor working on the Jules Peaceful Valley map, and we're going to try to fix these roads and get them situated. See how that's too crooked, it's curving. We're going to try to level some of this out, get it ready for when we lay the road, the actual road down, to where it won't be such a mess. But this particular spot is going to be a bridge. Obviously that's going to have more water. I'll adjust all that. Um, Pretty much, most likely may lower the road down even further, but we're not going to worry about this section. We're going to focus on this side just a little bit, and we're going to go ahead and lower it using the terrain sculpt mode. If you see it up here, click on that, pick subtract if you want to subtract stuff. If you want to add stuff, put it on add. If you want to smooth it, put it on smooth, and replace it, put it on replace. Replace makes it go to the exact same level that you put in this replace box. Or if you click what level of area you are on, like say you click the top of this hill, then with the right, with control right and the R, control R and the left mouse button, while this says replace, it will pick a new number here in this replace area, in this box here, and then it would replace this all the way up to that. So if I start pressing this button with the replace button, left mouse button, it's going to replace this to that level. See? And it'll bring it right up to where we pressed that at. So we can make this more straight, which should be okay right here, I guess. And do it that way. Got to get this side up a little bit. Alright. Because if we put a bridge here, it's obviously they're going to build it up where the bridge is going to be setting at right there a little bit. So let's just bring some of that up as well. And I'm keeping it where it's not flat because it's going to look like they, poured dirt in there or whatever. But this part can be flat. And you just keep going over it while you're holding down the mouse button that you chose for the replace feature. And you're just going to keep doing that. And you can bring it on back if you want further, if we like it being a little bit straight sometimes. And we can come on down and see the road's pretty good. See, now I could come over here a little bit if it's not quite where I need it, and that'll situate it. And that's bringing up the other side. Obviously when you're further back, it's going to bring it, see, it's going to bring that up. So now that's pretty good. We could adjust that right there, and we could just keep going. I guess we could go ahead and make us at least one little straight road. There's not a whole lot of straight on it. We got a bunch of hills, but I guess I could make a couple roads a little straighter. It's not fun to do all hilly roads. So we'll bring this on up, get us a straight road in. Get that up. We need at least a couple straight roads. The rest can be hilly because this is a hilly little map. It's called Jules Peaceful Valley, so it's got to have a valley. And it's got hills and stuff, so I need to get to working on my other stuff. I was working on my waterfalls previously, but when I had to change a few things about the map DEM, I had to abort that, so to speak, meaning stop work on it, because it made me it moved everything I had worked on essentially. So I'll have to redo everything I had worked on, so I quit on the waterfalls for right now. It wasn't it was something that was to do with the size of the terrain, and since my waterfalls was over here, when I changed the terrain size, well, it put them, well, they would have been here, say they were right here. Now they're over there. Let's put it that way. It shrunk down the size of the terrain, is what I'm trying to say. And so I'll have to get back on that. Most of that I did off screen because I didn't know I was planning on necessarily doing videos of it. Let's bring this down. Going and finish out our flat road. We'll hook into this other side over here. Alright, so now we got a nice flat road that can, let me look down. So now we got a good flat road for a minute instead of all these hills. Alright, we gotta fix that a little bit. And you can see I'm pressing it and it still doesn't seem to be flattening that part, so sometimes it's just not gonna look flat, even though you just flattened all over it. It just didn't do it. So I don't know what that's all about, but it's flat, so good enough. We could always hit subtract on that part, but now we gotta come over here and fix this because this isn't just right. I mean, that's a pretty big curve right here. Let's just adjust that a little bit. Shrink this down and just gently get it. Alright, and now we need to bring this over so slightly up so it's not such a steep spot. Alright, now we're going to adjust all that. Alright, let me get in there a little closer where I can see, because we went a little bit too much. So we're going to hit subtract and adjust that. There we go. And you have to just keep adjusting what you're doing. That should be good enough. Some of the angles are better than others. Okay, so see, this is a slight bit too much on this side, but you can't see that when you're up here. See, so you gotta go in and out just so you can see. Then you gotta remember where it was that you saw there was a problem. Okay, so we could smooth it and see if that works. Let's put it on smooth. Turn on sculpt mode. Okay, that should hopefully take care of it. See how it does though? It almost looks like it's on subtract the way it acts. Sometimes, anyway. Gotta come down where I can see. It's good enough. I mean, it's not. There we go. Yeah, you could drop down it. Now we gotta get this situated down here. Try to adjust that. See if smooth works. Sometimes it works, sometimes it's not so good. Just depends. Alright, so that should be okay. Should be smooth enough. And then just roll on down. And like I say, when we put the road on it, it's going to make it smooth. It's not going to be crooked. Now when you look at it over here, it doesn't look right. So why you got to get down on the road to see if it's actually okay or not. There's a little bit of a bump here in my opinion. Let me try to hopefully adjust that. I guess. Seems like it. Alright. Don't want to go crazy on it because sometimes you go overboard and you do too much. So, but anyway, it comes into this. And I think that should be good enough. I don't think we need to do anything. I mean, it's a little spot there we could adjust. Let's add that. Just get that up a little. It's a little low. See how we do. And get that and get it smooth. See if that works. That's a little better. Alright, and remember to save it often whenever you know that you've done what you want. You know, now you wouldn't save if you're not sure if you're going to keep something you just did. If you're testing something, don't save right away, then just undo it if it's not right. But if you're sure that you're happy with what you just did, go on and save it, because it's not fun when you don't save it and you do hours of work only to lose it. So now this has got an angle, but I would think a truck, well, we could adjust it, but I think a truck can handle a little bit of an angle there. I don't know. Let me see. Some of it I'm gonna need to test in game, because see, it's a pretty good bit of an angle there. Might need to fix that. I'm gonna go down, do subtract, just do a little bit and see. Now I'm gonna go look, see if that helped any. Not much. Alright, let me try again. Go a little here. Well, that's doing it differently than I wanted it to. See how it's making those creases? It's kind of annoying. It's not really doing it the way you want them to. Sometimes you have to really finagle with it to get it right. See how it's going weirdo? I'm gonna have to undo that. See here, you click undo, 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 undo. I'm gonna go up a little bit and then try to smooth it. See if that works. That helped. Still not the best. See how it makes it go up and that side's going down. It's kind of weird how that works. I'm really not thrilled with this angle, but I guess I need to test it in game. See, because that needs smoothing right there. Some of it you can't. It's making it go up and it don't want to smooth. So I think it's decent. I don't think it's a real problem. I mean, a truck can turn and be crooked a little bit. It's not like, it's not a problem, because the road itself is going to make it the way that I lay it. So however I lay the road, it'll be fine. And then this just goes on back. Let's see where it goes. There we go. See, it's pretty smooth. I did a lot of work on this part. And let's see. Then it just goes off, and then you got this area. You go up. It's going to obviously be adjusted. The edges will be adjusted. I'm just trying to get it to where I can lay my road. I can worry about smoothing other stuff out later. This is going to be a flat road behind the house. And then this I made go down. So I'm trying to give it a little slope, but not crazy hills. But some of them I'm going to have to adjust, like this one. You can see it's going to be too much right there. I haven't worked on that one. But as you can see, it's definitely a work in progress. You got to get a lot done. I think I need to work on this one. Yeah, let's work on this one a minute before we call it an episode. Let's go ahead and hit subtract. And I'm going to work on this side. Whoa, we're getting down to the water. That means I'm going to have to come up. So we're going to go up. Let's get it up to this level. Unless I was going to put some water under it, I'd have to double check that after I look at the top of it. Let me come out of this so I can see where I'm at. Okay, so that was just a little extra. Yeah, that's just extra because I didn't make the water go off up here, so I didn't want it that far. So we'll raise that up instead. Okay, so let's go and put it on replace and scroll it down to about right there. Control R, left mouse click. Now we have what we want. Now we're going to make our road. come over a little bit. Might still be too low, actually. If it is, I'll just change it. See, it's coming up. It is going to be pretty close to that level, but it is coming up, so I might can leave it. Because I can always adjust that. It's a little water spot. Let's see. Obviously this isn't going to curve like that. That was just me doing a rough draw when I was, so I'm going to adjust that real quick. Let's get this grass, plant it, just to situate our road a little bit better. Now we're going to get the gravel. Notice I have it on terrain detail texture paint mode. Roll this down, and then we're going to brush it in, and we'll curve it here and go back. That way we're not making too many curves there. Now we'll go back to replace, and we're just checking to see. There we go, it's coming up, and we're just going to replace it up to that level. If it has to come down, it can come down. Make us a nice little ledge over here, so to speak, and then have a nice little road that's more smooth for driving past the water area, so we're not going up a big major crazy hill. Just level this out over here. Alright, there we go. Get some of that out into the water. Come back. You have to go over it a few times just to make sure that you've given it time to get up. If you have it on a low setting, then it takes a minute. Alright, so let's have a look. That's good enough. I mean, we've got a bump or two, or at least maybe. It should be pretty flat though. That's good. Let's try to get that down a little bit. There we go. Alright, now it's still on replace. For some reason it's... There we go. Alright, now let's back up and see. We got a little spot right there because of all this terrain hasn't come. There we go. Get this up. Alright, so now we have this road in place. Oh, there's water. Okay, so now we got it here. So let's hook it in, make it a little more smooth there. Just getting it more equal with this road. And then this one we'll do a little bit more. Make it a little more equal. There we go. Alright. So now when you come over here, you got a nice little turn, another little turn. Of course, we can see already we got this one to deal with, because looks like I painted it. Oh, it was going to be a bridge or something. I don't even know if I have a bridge that long, so we may have to adjust that. Definitely. But I'm not going to mess with that one right now, because I don't even know. Some of the bridges I'm going to have are going to be different. So I'm not sure what I have yet for that. Let's just make this. This is just giving us an idea. It's not meant to stay there. So go ahead and look at this. Alright, so now we gotta go. Let's go on and finish this road out since we're on this road. See how it does? You gotta adjust that. So this part's okay. We don't mind this. But when you get over here, you're gonna be doing a loop-de-loop if you hit that with your truck. I could leave that in for just fun, but I'm not. We need this to come down. So, well, let's get to it. Alright. Bring it on down. Bring it on down. Bring it on down. Okay. Bring this side. Alright. Get that. We're going to leave a ledge there, I guess. But I'm going to have a lot more smoothing to do, obviously. Alright, let's put it on smooth and see if that'll fix most of it. I doubt it. Looks like I'm going to have to adjust that. There we go. Get that all rounded. Okay, so let's come down where we can see. Okay, we gotta knock that. Get it on subtract. Bring that down. Right there. Alright. Okay. Now let's look. That's just my dog. She's flinging around. There we go. Alright, so it's not horrible. Let me see. Put it on add and try to adjust it just a little bit there. A little bit here. And a little bit there. There we go. Get this up a little. Now let's roll up and see what we got. Not bad. I gotta fix that little spot. Let me see what I can do with that. Fix this. There we go. Fix that. Got a little bit too high there. We'll fix that. Don't worry. I'm doing that on purpose. I'm going a little higher on purpose to try something. Okay. Now let's hit smooth. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. And get that part adjusted. There we go. That's a little bit better. Now we got a little spot there, possibly. Put it on add. Get that up a little. Okay, so it's not. There we go. Alright, let me look. That's decent. I mean, we're going to be able to lay the road in like that. Now let's get this under control. We need to add some here. Because we want to start going up the hill right here. It's going to get steeper. Right, we got to fix that a little bit. Alright, let me look at it up close so I can see. Okay, so we still got an issue right here. Okay, we got it on that. Let's try to fix it. Not that high. Undo, undo. Okay. Now I'm going to hit smooth and see if we can take care of it. Sometimes if you go higher and then hit smooth, it works better. So, just a tip or an opinion. Not necessarily a tip. Alright, I'm going to try this one. Go a little bit more. Well, that one's actually not bad, so I'm going to look at it and see. Yeah, that's not bad. That's doable. Okay, so let's go up. Let me see what this is up here first. Okay, wow, it's way up. Okay. Okie dokie. So we got to take you down. So no, we need subtract. Right here. And we're going to go way down. We're not going to do all of this part down, but we're going to go a bunch. So sometimes if you go over the spot you're doing, you're moving stuff down out here. So be careful, because if I'm holding it here and it bounces over there, then I just knock something down over there. So be careful when you're doing it. Just try to stay on what you're trying to stay on. If you see it bounce off, let go of the button real quick so that you don't go crazy off into other stuff. I'm going to try to bring this down, because you're going to want to view. If you get up here, you're going to want to be able to see. So we're going to bring it down a little. Okay. Alrighty. Trying to get it down. Takes a minute. You wiggle it back and forth sometimes. It helps get it on down. Alright, well, let's go smooth and then see what exactly we need to do. Alright, let's back up a little so we can see what we got. Not bad, that's not bad. Alright, that's a little bit of a mess, but let's go over here and look so we can see what we're trying to accomplish here. Okay, so I'm going to make a slope. I don't want it even to be that much. I'm just going to make it come as a slope. I don't want it to be a mess here. So alright, let's see if that worked. Come down, back up. Okay, so see how high it is? It's still way too high. I mean, it's okay to be high, it just can't go that high without coming on down. Like, it has to get down some. So we're gonna just bring it down before it gets that, so it's not that steep. Alright. Alright, let me check it. That's not bad. Still gotta be adjusted. Get this down. Alright, got that. This side needs to come down. Alright, let's have a look. See, that's better. So now it's not too steep. Somebody can actually drive up that. So a little spot right there we need to adjust barely. Let's get that down. Alright. And as you can see, you could handle driving on that. So that'll work. And we'll go ahead and hit save. And I guess we're going to call that an episode. This obviously is not the way the road's going to look here. I'm going to paint that with the green grass, obviously. You just click on green grass rough and then paint texture mode, and then add. You have to hit it on add, and then you can just paint that in. That was only there so that it marked water in the game for me, because I was having some problems with the water a while back, and that's what that was for. But anyway, I'm going to have it situated differently. The roads are going to be more permanent looking, and they're not going to, there's be nothing right there necessarily. But anyway, hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to hit the like button if you like the video. Subscribe and turn on your notification bell if you want to receive a notification every time I post a video. Stay tuned for more map making and a bunch of simulator games. So I do appreciate it. I'm going to catch you on the next one. Goodbye, everybody.